To see my rally working.
I know, right? Look at this giant turnout.
I know, right?
Right in front of this. You have to be.
These are the supporters. Yeah.
You want to close it here? So you
Just close the little window.
on the switch on top.
Nope.
Closer to you.
Closer to you.
Say that.
There you go.
Good evening. We are representing the high school upper village division. My name is Valerie Young, and I am in the 11th grade.
I'm Callie Hirschmarsh, 3rd, I'm in the 10th grade.
I'm Debbie Long, and I'm in the 11th grade.
And we are representing the OccupyLunch group. Our movement is to have off-campus lunch at the Community Learning Center. And this is our official proposal, which was just passed out to you, and we are going to go through it with you guys.
The new Community Learning Center's Upper Village has unified to achieve one goal: off-campus lunch for the high school learners. The high school division will use this opportunity to reason for off-campus lunch. Through this proposal, #OccupyLunch will map out how this movement will be handled, how learners will earn it, and what learners will gain from it. The objective of this movement, #OccupyLunch, will differentiate the high school learners from the middle school learners by authorizing the high school division the opportunity to earn off-campus lunch. This also allows high school learners to exercise their life skills as well as to widen their horizons. High school learners could use this opportunity to define their opinions on cultural views and social encounters. This movement will encourage the learning experiences which will enable these learners to feel more liberated while entrusting them with the privilege of leaving campus for lunch.
There's positive aspects of this whole committee and movement. There are several positive aspects of off-campus lunch, especially with Webster Street being nearby and large parks in the surrounding area. A diverse community of eateries offers high school learners options aside from the humdrum school meal. Pizzerias, delis, casual restaurants, markets, and sandwich shops line Webster Street. To stay on the healthier side, grab some fruit from the farmer's market, order a well-rounded sub, or relax at a park with a homemade nutritious packed lunch. By taking responsibility and feeding yourselves, learners train themselves on how to properly maintain the body for the rest of the afternoon at school. All these contribute to the many wonderful experiences learners can have on a given day while off campus.
Alright, so of course with a movement this big, we do need a management plan, and not every learner in the NeaCLC's high school will be allowed to leave campus. To be put on the list for administrative approval, a learner must have a GPA of 2.5 and above, no record of suspension within the current academic semester, starting with the spring semester 2012 if we do get this enacted within for the spring semester, parental guardian approval via legal waiver, facilitator's approval, and a high school ID. Students that are allowed off-campus lunch must abide by set rules, which include learner responsibility, which means under no circumstance is an approved learner allowed to bring food for an unapproved learner, middle or high school, without written permission from unapproved learners, parents, or guardians. Food. Any food products brought back from lunch must comply with the dietary restrictions imposed on NeaCLC's Upper Village campus. All waste must be disposed of properly on school grounds and off-campus. Conduct. Students who go off-campus during lunch are representing NeaCLC and its community. Behavior should reflect this, meaning refrain from any adverse altercations with other people, law enforcement, proprietors, etc. Behavior to be in an overall lawful manner, for example, no graffiti, harassment, shoplifting, truancy, fighting, or going to other schools, campuses, and etc. Punctuality will be very important as well. Students who leave must return to campus within the entry window time period, and they must also follow the entry and exit procedures.
In conclusion, NEA learners have a great sense of power as we treat our school system like a democracy. Coming together has not changed our identities. Location is not an issue and our responsibilities will not lessen our integrity. Having off-campus lunch is another attractive feature for potential NEA high school learners. As a new charter school in Alameda, this opportunity will outshine our high school years. We appreciate your time and hope that this presentation will gain your support, and in support, we anticipate any signatures upon this petition documented as #OccupyLunch.
So the petitions are going around, and if anyone has any questions relating to the proposal, you need anything cleared up, as we did not cover everything in the proposal.
So you're giving these for the petitions for people to sign in support of your attempt?
Yes.
Just to be.
What you just said there goes to my question, that is, what, in your view, is the driving force behind OccupyLunch? Is it the quality of the food? The lack of choice? Or is it this learning experience about quality?
I can sort of answer that. I believe that the lunch is profitable, but the whole point, or not the whole point, but a major point of this is to show that we have responsibility and to also gain a lot of learning techniques of how to manage our time and how to also manage our money, because when we go into college we also have, if we're going to be in a dorm, we had to manage how much money we use, the time limit between classes, and so on. So.
Yeah, basically what he said pretty much summed up, learning responsibilities, life lessons, values, and things like that. Also, a very strong force behind this was that high school learners wanted to have a sort of separation within the upper village community, and there's also a lot of talk of having a genuine high school experience, and we're not trying to be like all the other schools in Alameda, like Encino and Alameda High School, but it would be really nice to have familiar comforts here, as that we grow up expecting out of high school. We made the decision to come here because it was different, but like I said, it's something familiar that we want to keep, and that's.
So they have off-campus lunch. Encino and Alameda High
Yes,
have that?
I believe all the public schools in the surrounding area have off-campus lunch, including the public schools in Oakland, but yeah, and in San Leandro and in Berkeley. And to note on that, the reason why they have that is because most of the high schools are already over capacity, and they don't have the facilities to handle all the students, say in a cafeteria. If you have a school with 2,000 kids, and when it was originally built 50 years ago, it was only made for 1,200 kids, and all the facilities are the same. It's very hard to control all those people, and that's why they're doing it. And the reason why we haven't had that yet is because we utilize our whole facility for lunch, but we organize together, and that's why we're coming on this, not for the technical difficulties, but just the passion.
Has there been any survey about the nearby local restaurants and food venues about whether they would support? Or not? Or, I mean, if we were to do this, would we all of a sudden see no students, or 2 students at a time, or there's these signs that they kind of pop up?
Well, we are scheduling a press conference, and we would like to include all of the local media outlets, as well as including the West Alameda Business Association. I believe that's what it's called, for all of the stores, eateries, restaurants on Webster Street, and it would be tremendously great if we could get their approval, which I'm sure we will, because it will be more business to them, as we are, I believe, we're closer than Encino. Even though they have off campus, we would be the closest school that would be serving them during lunch. So, yes.
So, me and Sam, we did go up and down Webster, and we went into most of the restaurants, and we interviewed the people who you know, the cashiers, the people who work there, and they said, we asked them how many kids usually come in during high school, and since Alameda High School is on the other side of town, it's now, and the ACLC are pretty far away, so they have like the donut shop or like the taco truck on the base. We are way closer to Webster, and they said that they only get like 4 or 5 students in their store every lunch, every day. But they said that they'd love more students to come, so it would help out local businesses as well.
Yeah, what about, and I don't know if this is in the policies or not, are students allowed to drive their cars to campus, and would they be permitted to drive their cars off campus for students?
We have, I know personally of one student that does drive her car to campus, and that is actually a new issue that we've never had to think about as we've been adding our years, adding our 9th, 10th, 11th through the years. So this is the first time we're actually having to deal with the legal aspect of people driving to school and things like that. But that is something, if this were to happen, that would be, I believe that would be something that the administration would handle, because that's a whole legal thing and we can't really foresee that as well as they could. But yes, that would definitely be something. I believe it would go under, there's already a law, just because I'm going to be getting my license, that you have to, I think it's a year until you can drive anyone under the age of 25 without someone who has a valid license. So, you know, there are also California state laws that would help to answer your question. Sorry, I didn't answer it clearly. Yes.
Yeah, with respect to the grade point average requirement, I have 2 questions. In that system, what are a 2 and a 3? And then the second question is, what do you think is going to happen when you try to enforce that? And I guess a related question is, why are you intending to exclude people under that grade point average? What's the reason for that?
Well, because it's going to always show that you have responsibility to be on top of your work and being able to show
It's a privilege.
Can I add to that? The reason why we're doing the 2.5 and above and not below is because if we give the privilege to students who have below a 2.5, then that means that they should be working on their classwork. They should be out frolicking on Wednesday.
So they should be working on their lunch hours, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, if they're really below, they're not doing well, then they should be working on their academics, not.
Just to kind of, for college and college requirements, and to kind of go off of what Aaron was saying, we aren't necessarily suggesting that you should take your lunch period to work anywhere if you do follow a 2.5. The reason why we did do a GPA thing is we're trying to use that as a way of motivating students to add something to pull their grades up to work towards, and also as a way to weed out the students who might be a good representation of the NeaCLC community while on campus.
And this will be enforced by the students themselves?
Yes, there is a section in here on student integrity, and the students, just to sum it up, the students will, by going off campus, they will, I can read it to short. All learners must maintain community integrity while off campus. Learners shall not turn a blind eye, and any learners must report any suspicious activities they have witnessed. So this was going off of that, we're not leaving as individuals, but as a group, and we need to, in a sense, take care of ourselves. And if we see anything happen, report it. If we see someone sneaking off campus, we report it. It's our job because, this would be the clean. If something in our machine broke down, this would be a pivotal thing to break that code. And yeah, if we would mark it as, we would write a report, being suspicious of their behavior off campus, because there is no, the blacklist, the students that can't go off campus will not be made public, but we all have a good sense of who can go and who can't go. But that will be a truancy. That will be like if you were at lunch right now and you cut to go off campus, and that will be handled by the administration, like Ron was saying. But yes, we do take some responsibility, and if we have witnessed it, we will still receive consequences. Because that
Okay,
will
good,
like-
because my own view is
Yeah.
that the more responsibility that students take, the learners take for the enforcement, as opposed to the administration, the stronger your case that this is an exercise in learning responsibility.
Yes, there will be definitely consequences if students do not hold their
Yeah.
integrity.
Okay.
A scanner, it would be ID scanner, that how we would sign out, and we also would, as another form of identification, have sort of like a passport-like booklet that would be stamped every 2 weeks after the administration evaluates the GPA. But we do not handle any consequences. If something were to happen off campus, it's only our job to report to the administration. We are not giving ourselves any power. The only power students might have it is if the administration sends them to the JC for their consequences. But the administration still takes responsibility for it. They will still have responsibility for us off campus. By no means is us leaving campus gives us we're not like liable to each other. So do you have something to say? Really press if this does become a reality. Off-campus lunch is the whole community sense of how they treat and take care of our community, which is not just our school but our neighborhood and our. Does anyone else have any questions or input? Alright, well then that is we're done presenting a proposal. And if you do support us, please make sure to find the petition if it's not in front of you. Sign it. Have they circulated to everyone?
I don't think the back row's done.
And also, also if you have any questions or anything to say to us, my email is ronald.witt@neaclc.org. What's your, I don't know your email.
Yeah, his email's fine if you caught that. And if you didn't, you can come up to us and we will write it down for you with a contact. This will be our official proposal and we are trying to we will make changes need be if we have such a strong opposing group of people. But yes, this is our official proposal. We are #OccupyLunch, and this is our movement for off-campus lunch at NeaCLC Learning Center. Thank you.
And if you go on YouTube and look for #OccupyLunch, you can find a lot of the media that we've created.
Yes.
Propaganda.